Israel wouldn't apologise for what the UN called excessive force? It seemed a fairly simple question. This is the answer.
This is not what this is all about. The report, these are not minor issues. The report vindicates Israel on the three main issues, which are fact, not judgment. And it does not call for an apology. It calls for expression of regret, which Israel has been more than willing to do.
What's the difference? Our viewers will wonder, let me stop you there. Our viewers tonight will wonder what the difference is between the expression of regret and apology.
The difference between apology and regret has to do with intent. Israel absolutely had no intention to kill the soldiers, to kill those violent activists on the Marmara. It was a result of their violent resistance and the fact that the soldiers were completely surprised by that and had to fend for their lives. Israel had been put in a trap. The soldiers had to defend their lives. Israel is willing to express regret for the consequences, but an apology implies intent, and we absolutely had no intent. The intent, if anything, was of those activists when they went against all international law in trying to break the blockade and resisting the boarding of the soldiers.
Israel doesn't have an awful lot of friends in the region. Wouldn't it just be easier to keep Turkey sweet at this point?
If the case was that really just an apology was all that was standing between good relations, I don't know, but this is not what it's all about. Turkey has made a strategic decision to move east, to establish itself as a leader in the Muslim and Arab world. The Israeli relationship is collateral damage. It has chosen to go against Israel to establish those credentials. I wish there were more constructive ways for countries to establish themselves as leaders of the Muslim world without going against Israel. I think there should be more constructive ways of doing so. And the shift in Turkey took place years before the Marmara incident. And as you can see, even though the report clearly says that Israel was in the right with all the legal issues, Turkey does not ask for Israel to apologize because there was no intent. Turkey still does not accept that, which tells you that something else is afoot.